Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a great Thursday. Well, we're on just a little bit earlier than normal, not a whole lot, but we got some errands and stuff we got to go run later on, so we're going to go ahead and get the daily knocked out.
Yes.
And then go on. We've been down at the gun range with the group of our new tactical women that we have. See, Dee and Sandra,
And
Judy
and Chris.
was there, and Chris and Kelly and was there. And some men, Billy and Caleb was down there helping them with them. And Billy drug out some of his artillery, and they got to shoot some stuff they'd never seen. So, and I'm sweaty. That's what this is in the two-colored shirt. I got soaked, so I had to apologize for that. I don't stink too bad, I don't think. But I do use deodorant most days. But anyhow.
It was a good time.
Yeah, we had a good morning.
Time.
Had a good morning fun. The ladies had an outstanding fun time. And got down there, so we
check out our
appreciate them
Facebook
coming
page.
out.
I did post some pictures. We got some good pictures of all of them, so go check that out. And they had a good time.
Yep, they did enjoy it. So we're going to do it again. Some of you ladies out there that want to shoot, holler at us. Billy's real good about coming down. He's one of our range safety officers, myself, and the other guys we got. Come help, said Caleb, come help today. So just did a basic little pistols class at first and got all that done. And then Billy broke out the ARs and let them.
And boy, they were all fired up to do it too. They didn't hesitate. They didn't say, no, I don't want to do that. They were like, yeah, give it to me. I'll shoot it. And they did. Yeah,
and Sandra said, you're going to have to bear with me, preacher. I'm kind of old. And I said, Sandra, when I'm your age, if I can just walk. Much less hold a gun up because she is one of our senior citizens.
Yes.
Not going to tell her age because she'll might love to shoot me Sunday. So anyhow, but they did an outstanding job. I'm glad that they came and participated in that. So we're going to get back to the Bible study, Romans 5. We've covered 1, 2, and 3. 3 yesterday, we talked about rejoicing when we run into problems, trials. We know that they help us. We don't look at it as a hindrance, but a help. It'll change how you look at problems and trials. Okay, this is going to help me develop what? Not that it's going to be easy, not that we may not shed some tears through the trial of the problem.
That's exactly right.
But it is going to help us develop endurance. We can endure, and we learn to endure. Endurance is a process, just like getting ready for a marathon. You don't just go out and run a 5K and you sit on the couch and eat honey buns like I did for a lot of years. You ain't going to get out and run no 5K, but you step it up. And I started walking. First time I walked about a half a mile for about a week, and up to 3/4, then a mile, and some days I've upped it up. The farthest that I've walked at one time's been around 12 to 13 miles. It hurt. It wasn't good. It wasn't smart, but I can do 2 or 3 pretty easy, breezy now. But I had to build up to it. I just didn't go do it. I developed my endurance and things like that. I lift now, some form of lifting, body weight exercise and stuff every day, rotate different muscle groups, and all that. And when I started, I couldn't do. When I was in the military, we could knock out 100 push-ups just right now. When I started, I think I could do 4. Now I do about...
I still can't do a push-up to save my life.
About 35 to 40 at one time without quitting in correct form. Now I can cheat and bow my belly, arch my back, and knock out more, but correct about that. So again, and I'm not bragging, it just took, but it's been a period of a couple of years to get to that point. Plus I'm old, I'm hurt, I've got some injuries, rods in my back, plate in my pelvic bone, pins in my hip. So again, but I have endured past that, and that's what these problems do. It helps us endure mentally and spiritually to know that God's got us. All right, verse 4. And endurance, this is what endurance does. And I don't think a lot of people realize that endurance does this. Endurance develops character, strength of character. A lot of times we think getting a beating or browbeating or chewing people out develops their character. And it can help if they need chewed out.
Right.
But endurance develops strength of character. And character, now this is kind of out there. Character strengthens our confident hope of salvation. I never, until about, how long we've been in the COVID deal is right before, when did we get?
In 2020.
Okay. So probably about late 18, early 19. It's about a year or so before COVID hit. I was reading this and studying this for a message, and I never tied trials, problems, confidence to my salvation. Because I always just thought, and Jesus did. Jesus paid it all. We just read over that we've been made right in sight by God's faith, in God's sight by faith. We have peace with God because of Jesus. It did. But yet this all then ties back to my confident hope of salvation, because a lot of us aren't confident in our salvation because we think if I think a wrong thing, do a wrong thing, God's mad. Or if we have a problem, God's punishing me.
Yeah.
What did I do to make God mad? But yet this is telling us.
So many of us have been trained that way.
Yeah, we have. That's what the church is taught.
Grew up in the church. Yep. If you think a bad thought or you say a bad word or
something bad's happening to you, it's because God's mad because you sinned. This says problems and trials help us, and then with that it gives us our hope of salvation. Why? Because through the struggle, we know God's with us.
He proves himself to us
Every time, day in, day again. So as we look at this, our confident hope is in salvation. That's why then when we started this, everybody's probably thinking, how can I rejoice? I keep pulling these glasses off because these are the bent ones I grabbed the wrong one day. And I'm looking at you, I'm like seeing things sideways. But when we look at this, now I have confidence in my salvation. I have the hope because it's just a hope right now. Because one day then when I see it by sight, then it's faith and hope now. Yeah. Faith, hope, and love. The grace is His love and all that. But when we have this confidence in our salvation, that now when the trials and problems come, and I'm battling some personal trials right now, some big ones and stuff like that I'm dealing, trying to make sure I do it right and handle it right, and then don't get spun out of control and all of that. But I know I have that confidence in that I know God has went through every trial I've ever been in, and He's going to go with me through this one, and it's going to be okay, and have the confidence in my salvation. Even if I mess it up, God still got me in that. And so I have this hope and confidence in my salvation, so I can let my character grow. And then notice this, it said I develop the strength of character. And then when we do that, and it says that for we know, that's in verse 5, I'm getting ahead of myself. Strength of character in that, because it says it strengthens our confident hope. These glasses are jacking with me bad, I'm sorry. The confident hope of salvation.
That's right.
Kelly, what's, again, as we read this, as you've endured a lot of things. I said the other day, my dad's been very ill in the hospital for a long time. He's home now, thank the Lord. But my mom was over there almost all the time. My sister was there a lot in Stillwater. My niece, my nephews, my wife, my daughter, my nieces, Janet and Megan, my nephew, Bubba. He was there. His wife, Cassie, was there. Again, my wife, Lori, Caitlin, helped and went out there. And Lori's done a lot of their paperwork through the home health care. Genesis Home Health Care. If you need home health care, man, they do.
Yes,
I'm not just saying it because my wife works there.
No, they do
and
amazing
Ted and Katina,
work.
Ted, one of our deacons, they are a great home health care.
Yes,
all
they
their
are.
employees are great,
Yes.
caring.
Yes,
they're not
yes,
perfect.
yes.
Sometimes the ball gets dropped and
It
tests
does,
don't get.
and
That
things
happens
happen.
in anything.
But
they will make it right.
Yes.
They've done outstanding. All their therapists are great and stuff. It's just a good order. So we've had all of this help. Then I was thinking the other day with getting my dad home and all that Kelly went through a trial with her mom, and we talked about this the other day, and she pretty much did it by herself. Home health care did come in and take
Yes,
care of
they
her
did.
mom, but
They did
she was
help me
going
some.
up there, and she's in the hospital and had a heart, what was her heart deal?
she had open heart surgery.
Yeah, open heart surgery and all of that.
Yes.
And I got thinking, man, that was a trial that she went through and a problem. Okay, and she still come to work every day. She may take off early, run check her mom, and then come back. I mean, that running back and forth. But again, through that, I saw her endurance grow and her strength of character grow and her confidence grow. So as you went through that, Kelly, or anything in life, not just that, there's other things.
Yes.
What is that you did as your endurance developed and your character developed that you was able to hold on to your confidence?
Oh, I didn't always hold on to it. There were a lot of times I sat at home, I cried myself to sleep many nights because I thought I was failing. But then the Lord just always put His arms around me, told me I was doing the best that I could, and that's all He's asking of me is just to do the best that I could. And a lot of times people say, well, how did you do it? I did it by the grace of God. That's the only way that I was able to make it through, because I am not called to be a nurse. I am not, and I know that. I have no doubt about that. That is a calling in my mind. It's a calling. You have to have a certain set of skills to be able, a certain mindset to be able to do that, and I don't have that. But I didn't have a choice either. I wanted my mom well taken care of, and I would have gone through hell and high water to make sure that she was taken care of. And I just knowing that God was walking with me through that whole time, and I had people supporting me by, praying for me and encouraging me. I had people I could reach out to on a bad day and say, hey, I'm really struggling. Will you pray for me? And I knew those people were praying for me. That's what's important as well. You're not in this by yourself, just you and Jesus. If you will surround yourself with good people that will be prayer warriors for you, that will be encouragers for you, you can make it through anything.
And let them help you. A lot of people then, well, I don't need to help you do it, and we all do.
I'm the world's worst. I don't like asking for help. I'd just rather do it myself than inconvenience somebody.
I've experienced that.
I'd just rather do it myself. And I'm learning that sometimes I have to let my guard down and say, hey, I can't do this. I need some help. And it's hard for me. And I didn't even want to ask my family for help. I didn't want to ask my kids for help. And I knew that there were some people that weren't going to help me no matter what. They just weren't. And I accepted that and I moved on from that. But I didn't want to burden my children either.
Right. So they're busy. They
Yes,
got kids. And that's understandable.
But asking for help is not anything bad. So that is my thing. I try to tell, when somebody comes to me and says, I'm struggling with this or I'm struggling with that or whatever, I'm like, ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Because
somebody
it doesn't
can
mean
help
you failed
you.
or you're weak.
That's right.
It means you're smart and wise.
Yes. And you know that you need somebody else in your corner to help you get through that moment. And it may just be a moment or a season. We all have seasons,
Right.
and the Bible plainly states that there's a season for everything. Mm-hmm. Some seasons are harder than the other. My season that I've been going through has been the hardest one in my life. The last 3 years have been the hardest. I can't ever remember anything harder. Right. Even when my kids were little and we were struggling to pay bills and stuff, it still wasn't as hard as what I've been through the last 3 years. But in that, I have seen God grow me, and I'm so thankful for that. And that confident hope of my salvation. I know without a shadow of a doubt, He's walking with me every single day.
Amen. And that's the thing, too, that with that asking for help, and it helps your confidence, because if you look in the Bible, let's just go to the New Testament, the only one that went through the stuff alone was Jesus. He was all alone on the cross. My God, even God turned away. Paul, at times was in jail by himself. A lot of times Silas was with him. When Jesus sent the disciples out, he sent them 2 by 2s, groups. No one just got stuck out there alone at times and stuff. And that's why Paul would say, hey, these guys come by and encourage me. These guys brought me some food. These guys brought me some clothes.
Right.
These guys brought, different things. As you read through the book of Acts, they normally went as a team. Mm-hmm. And just like, that what's called an acronym, together everyone achieves more. Would that be an acronym? I get lost in the big words sometimes. And that's what a team is about. When we have a team, and that's really what the body of Christ is. It's the body. Paul lays out Corinthians, if the hand hurts, the foot hurts. Like I've smashed my thumb before and puked.
Yes.
Had nothing to do with my belly. My thumb's way out here and I hit it with a hammer, but guess what? Here we come. And again, because it's all tied together. In that. So when we come together and we realize, but even if we do feel alone and maybe you ask for help and nobody comes, that does happen.
Yeah, it does.
It does happen.
That does
happen. But know this, your endurance will grow through that and you will see that God got you through that battling storm. So please keep your confidence up. You're going to make it. If you need some help, holler at us. The church number is 918-399-5956. We're fixing to leave here in just a little bit and go try to get another phone that works that we can take with us. It'll be the same number. Right, we'll keep that number, so and all of that. But it'll just be that way. Like was it the rain, we could have that phone sitting down there. Somebody called this phone. We have to leave on the charger, or in 2 minutes it's jacked.
It's
so
sad.
Anyhow, it's been good. We've had it a long time, so thank the Lord for it. And here we go. So keep your confidence up, keep your hope up. But when you see a problem, look at it as a help, not a hindrance, and know that God's going to grow you through the storm. That after the battle, you're still going to be standing
and that
firm.
endurance is going to build you up and make you better.
And the next storm, you'll be able to endure a little bit better, and a little bit better, and a little bit better as you train yourself to trust God and go through that as you build a team around you. Appreciate the team that I've got around me here at Crossroads. I appreciate that. We've got some of the brothers that really stepped up and helped me on their side of it. Kelly here in the office and things, I don't ever have to be concerned, hey, can we do this? Can you get that? Then it's it. I don't have to come back. It's done. It's there. On that. So my wife, my kids, everybody, all through the years of ministry, I didn't do this. A lot of people say, man, you've built 3 churches. No, I didn't. I just got to be a part. I might have got to kind of push the vision, but I didn't build it. I didn't do it. God did it through people. Right. God never sent angels. I told the ladies today down there, a lot of them a little bit worried about, being prepared to learn how to shoot and to protect yourself. And I asked them, I said, where would Israel be today if men and women warriors wouldn't have stood up through the ages?
That's exactly right.
Where would we be if women answered the call of World War II to go work in factories and stuff to keep the bullets and the tanks built and welding and showed. And that's when factories are saying women, I'm not saying every job, everything like men, but they're more capable than just staying home spitting out a baby every now and then or sweeping the floor and cooking supper. Because that's unfortunately what a lot of women got tagged at. Oh, it's just a woman. Oh, I'm just a mom. And it cringes me when people say that. I'm just a housewife, stay-at-home mom. Man, you want to talk about a job. Not knocking women have a career. My wife's had a career. Kelly's worked and then balanced all that. But it's impressive what they can do. But God has always sent warriors, not just men and women. Today, the Israelis, do you think they'd be free? God didn't bring angels around
No, he
Israel
didn't.
to keep everything at bay. People, he uses people to fulfill his plan. He didn't send angels into the world to preach the gospel. He sent us the Great
right.
Commission. Go ye therefore in the world, preach the gospel, baptize in the name of the Father. He didn't say angels will do it, not that they won't help us.
That's exactly
Angels are
right.
ministering spirits sent
They
to
are.
help those who land.
Yes.
I know that, but I'm just saying it boils back down to us so much, but we got to do it as a team.
Yes.
If everybody together will work and push forward and get the I out of it and get the me out of it and just say, okay, what can I do best for the team, the church, the mission, my job? It's not about me, my family, my wife, my marriage, as a mom, as a dad, as a brother, sister, aunt, uncle, whatever
Right.
it is. And we look back, yes, and we're going to have problems when we do that, but say, hey, this is help. I'm going to endure. I'm going to get better. I'm going to get stronger.
Right.
And I'm going to start getting better every day. And I've got the confident hope of my salvation. We're going to talk about what puts that there tomorrow, Lord willing, and wrap this up tomorrow on Friday. So God bless y'all. Thank everybody that come out last night. We had a gob of kids here last night. I mean, a gob. From the little guys, junior high, senior high, boys and girls, and you. Thank you to Karen Wilson and Zach Heppensberger. Karen did the little kids and then stepped and does the junior high and senior high girls. Zach did the junior and senior high boys. Karen does the little kids as well. Cooking crew was in there. I think Dee was in there. Chris was in there. Judy was in there. Bob and Gina Biswell. I don't remember if I seen James and Mary Baker. I don't think they was here. I can't remember because I had a counseling session with some people while a lot of that was going on, so I was in the office most of that time. Not all of it, but a lot of it. Anyhow, thank you
Yes,
the
we
people
can't do
that
it
cleaned
without
up,
people.
the safety team crew that was here, Brian Eastman, Jeff. I said Jeff Eastman. It almost was right. Brian will shoot me. Jeff Etheridge, Brian. They're both big guys. Jeff Etheridge, Brian Eastman, Billy Green, Danny Kilcrease, Will Campbell, my son Connor Clark.
Bobby was out here.
Bobby, last her husband Bobby was here. He watched the cameras for us, stayed in there, kind of kept on the radio. If kid was wandering off, I think that was a handy help on that. And again, I may be missing somebody. I'm just trying to go by memory, and I didn't see everybody because I was right here.
But we
in
can't
that,
do,
so.
what he's saying is we
Yeah,
can't do
we need the help.
what we're doing without help.
Yeah, we need it. We need it,
yeah.
and we need, and the more the merrier in that. We can get
Yes.
one guy, and again, appreciate all the hard work. So again,
Yes.
I don't take credit for this. I never have, never do. I know I have a part to play. I'm not saying that, but again, I take on the mess ups. I don't want to laying on people because again, it all starts and ends with me. I know that as pastor, but I appreciate everybody and all the hard work that come through. In that. So God bless y'all. Remember, it's faith over fear, Christ over crisis, and you can remain calm in the chaos. God bless you. Have a great Thursday. You need us, 918-399-5956. And again, we're going to go try to get another. I don't know if we'll get it today. I don't know how that works. Lori's always done ours and got this phone and stuff, so I'm going to go over there and kind of see how that, because I'm dumb on this
He's
phone
fixing to
stuff.
get a good experience with
So,
AT&T.
yeah, I
Pray
don't-
for us.
yeah,
Pray for me
yeah.
as I take him to the AT&T
Yeah.
store.
It can get, yeah.
But we're gonna make it.
but-
We're gonna do it. We're
I'll
gonna
just
do
stand
great.
back and let her do it. I'm at least watch, so I kind of know what's going on. So God bless y'all. Again, have a great day. It's faith over fear, Christ over Christ, and you can remain calm in the chaos.